how my dad, again, when it comes down to it, we just need these proofs to exist in the end here. My dad, again, he set me off into, because from the gaslighting, this is what happens every time. Basically, I get sucked into something where he only says like a couple words. I get gaslit and I have to go forever. And he says the two words. Look at that. All I can say is I love you and want to help. I don't think there is gaslighting. It's like, yeah, and that's literally the most extreme form of gaslighting when like he doesn't have any love. I've proven it's so much that, yeah, it's just a giant weight and that I'm buried under to even try to speak on. It's so overwhelming because it's like I don't even know how to, like, but yeah, like, it's because I still have no support this whole time. So I'm just a testament. Like everything I say is just basic truth. Like I don't know what else to do. Like literally all this stuff, you see? Like all these reminders of things this guy has done, where I'm just saying the bed and the car, just because that's like very easy things to like not, they don't have as much pain tied to them as, it's hard to even explain. That has a lot of pain to it. The car and the bed have tons of pain tied to it, but everything is layers and gradients and degrees, so, and nuances, and I understand. It's a shame. I can't even speak on this stuff. It's like, and then that's what they do is this type of person is they try to make you seem like you're crazy. And it can go both ways. There are crazy people that try to do this and they're crazy. There's other people that seem a certain way, but underneath the surface, it's all proven. Everything can be proven just looking under the surface, which is, it's such a shame. What can I even say anymore? And then I go around in circles again. I pick myself back up. I haven't seen any support or understanding, conveying of understanding. So, like, I mean, it's nuts, dude. This is nuts. Um, I mean, there's just too many damn things. I'm gonna go take a shower after this and just. It's so fucked. Because, like, I already know their game plan. Like, this is why I did all this stuff. Because in the end, I'm going to end up gone. And then these people, and maybe even worse things happen. But at least I documented everything I could. And yeah, that would be the biggest shame of all, is if I don't even get to prove myself and they're just like left to keep lying and stuff. And then like you could always just get away with that kind of stuff, saying someone's crazy without allowing them to prove anything. Like, I mean, the proof is all right there every day. Like that, a car is sitting there reminding me that I told him not to buy. That everything that my dad does is like based around money and complaining and like all this crap he does. That I can only conclude he does it all for presentation, and that's his entire life is just like everything is just presentation. That's the only conclusion I can come to. Like he doesn't have empathy. Like, there's literally no way. You can't be saying that you love, you can't be literally torturing me every day through these mechanisms and just denying it and having me almost go insane. Like repeating myself like a crazy person would, but only because it's like, yeah, it's because I don't have control and I don't have an option, or else I could be even, I'll end up even worse off. It's like I literally am only doing what's possible this whole time. I'm like drowning myself to get through every day. Like, I just mean in all the pain, drowning myself in pain and things that I shouldn't even experience every day just to get to the next day. Every brain, this whole life must have just been hell. And then they just said it was like, the whole thing is just like painting like things, painting cages, different colors, and like, I must have just always been in a cage the entire time, and then I had like, it's just too evil. They're so evil. It's like the most. I can't. Where is everybody else that can agree like on such evils? Like I'm not. I'm literally been doing this for so long, and there's like nobody left in the world apparently. Everyone's garbage. It used to be better. It felt like when I was, or maybe that might have been my own getting tricked again. The only reason, like even this, I tried to do this every day to document, and then I always got it learned. It's not like I didn't learn the lesson that it's futile already. I already learned that lesson, but then I still did it to document, and then I go around in circles. To prove that even when I die, that I have records that I did this, and that my parents were lying, and like that they can't get away with that. That's all their whole thing. Like, I already know, and I've known this from the beginning, that my parents were going to just, this is their whole thing. It's just, they don't care about me. They only care about the narrative and being these like victims, which is like the most twisted. I can't ever get into that mindset, but I know it through what they've proven to me. It's the only conclusion. It's like literally every single day, my dad could help with a number of things that could help me have more calm, have more stability, and so on. Literally never helps. Every single day, he's forcing the time to run out, forcing me to die, while he's saying, I love you so much, like literally in the text. While he's gaslighting me, and there's pages of me freaking out because I have to read more of this and have it proven even further that I have no control and no power. So it's all these things repeating. And what is this? The Truman fucking Show? Like, is this my entire existence and being's like it's like, what is, what kind of a society, what kind of a world where, what is the point? That's why there should be a damn Thanos snap. Because I'm someone, like, imagine the people that aren't smart enough to put together Like, what about the people that don't know that they're like being abused? And like I only got to the point where it's such a mess. Then you have people like that who could flip it on you. And then like I already had that throughout my life. And it's I'm trying to even hold it together and document what happened in the past while I'm actively having it still occur. And they're using those little nuances against me. And I have to fucking stand up and be stronger than all these people combined that are trying to plot. Because that's what these types of people do. Most people aren't this way. But there's a small percentage of the population that has B cluster personality traits, narcissism, psychopathy, um, bipolar, what was histrionic, there's a bunch. Like, now my mother and my father both have a number of these things wrong with them, but they were able throughout my life to just project onto me and convince people in society that I was the problem. Meanwhile, logically, it doesn't corroborate with evidence and it doesn't make logical sense. But people didn't hear me out and they overwhelmed me and they got me gaslit and I'd freak out and then, yeah, just that's my entire life basically almost now. Since like 40 years old was 2 days ago. It's my 40th birthday. That was my benchmark. I literally cannot allow it to continue. And it's been like that for a year or two or so. Anyway, um, like they're the epitome. Like, I don't know what else can be said. There's not. And then I can't express myself. I can't get the pain out. And I'm forced to just go around in circles. And there's nobody in society that will actually help support me to get the truth out, from what I can gather. Every stream, everything I've posted, everything I've said, no one has yet to actually show me understanding of what's happened to me, show me and agree what's wrong, and point to the context and the details. And it wouldn't be hard. It's not hard anymore. Like, and then I'm not allowed. You have to understand, I can't put myself in the position for them to attack me again. My parents have proven to do this over and over again. And they were successful in this how many times? This is why I actively do this every day that I feel I have to do it to protect myself. Because I know I can back the things up. I have years and years of things to back myself up. The only thing that my parents could do is lie and gaslight and then capitalize on one tiny moment when I'd be like freaking out or something. It's so sick and twisted. Because like there's literally there's no way that you could take me and be like, this is a crazy person that doesn't make sense, when I literally did make sense. And I can do basic math. I can do all this stuff makes sense. And it just confirms with basic reality, society in general. We have an agreement on and a consensus on logic, and it's not what my parents say. My parents are like delusional, and they've just had power for 40 years of my life. And I had no say. Even though I was very talented and I worked very hard and I was never lazy, like you can't imagine, because of the amount of of energy I put into this every single day. See, they've been trying to drive me crazy. There's no love. Like, there can't be love. It, that's my fault again for being emotional. See, there's no way. Like, I'm gonna die because there's no way. I can either get emotional or try to like hold the emotions back and then end up in either way, this is unsustainable. Again, I've said this a billion times. My dad's literally forcing the worst to happen every day, but presenting that he's doing good. And he'll point to these things, be like, I gave you this much money in Cash App, and again, it's all to present this thing. Meanwhile, I'm spending way more. All this stuff's happening in secret. I'm not even talking about it. I don't have room to talk about it. And this is all that can come out. Instead, I've done the best I could. It's the world is this bad. That's a testament again too. It sucks for the kids. What are you doing? What are these parents even doing? Making people believe like the world is like, what the fuck? It's so much worse too. And the older you get, the worse, the more reality comes in. The more that you understand how fucked up everything is. Then you get even fucked even worse and worse. And then because it's real, oh, it's not allowed. Am I just banned from everything? So I'm being real. It's like it's huge difference between like crazy and just expressing and being overwhelmed and being lied to, being gaslit, having a proper reaction to being lied to, having proof the whole time and never get to settle this. Who out there has actually witnessed me do this and then nobody has a say? Except bullshit things. The only comments I've read is just garbage. Basically. What else is... It's like then what? I already went to the lengths where I found, oh, then you can just do this and you go to this stream. The thing is, people that have been, they might find that way, but then they haven't had parents that do go to this extreme. Like where he may be a psychopath after all. Like that really may have been what it is the whole time. And like he's just enjoying like tormenting and like actually seeing me like get overwhelmed and do those long chunks of chat to my dad is probably enjoyable to him. Like I don't really, there's only so much I can conclude after this point, after all the repeated actions over and over and over again. Like I'm literally like begging him text by text, he's just ignoring me. Literally stating exactly for years and years prior, I didn't even say, that's why it's a whole mess. And that's why they know they can get away with this shit. Because it's like, good luck getting people to care in the first place. Good luck getting people with a brain to care. Good luck getting people, like all of these factors. It's like impossible. And then people like my parents bet on that and they know that so they can get away with these things. We need a world like more of people like me, like where you see what's happening and you're honest. You know how humans and animals are like me, and you'll be honest about how humans are or can be, the potential of good and evil, human nature, and you're honest about it, but you try to do better. That's the distinction. And you try to be better than these other people who just take and don't care. That's the distinction of better people and genuine people that don't pretend like animals are above or like, because everyone is just animal. Everyone's just an animal. All I do is speak fucking truth. But it's like anyway. Yeah, it's just really like the worst thing that he could have done. Also, like I knew not to move at that point. Forced me to move. Like after all the begging to move, like it got so bad. I knew even at that point I should probably stay. That last point, he forced me to move right when every time I was begging to move, didn't allow me to move for 10 years at a time. Then he comes out for a couple days, pretends. Like this guy is the biggest monster. I always want to say this guy's the most evil person in the world, just to like express and get it out. But then I'm like, no, it can't be, and I don't know that, and there's too many evil people anyway, and there's no way to gauge it. If you actually listen to me speak, you can see how fair I am in all the different ways I go. Ultimately, but like nobody's there to even like give me a chance as a person. This is how garbage the world is. But then again, the there's too many nuances and gradients. And then to keep me, what the fuck? You're only getting like a little fraction of me anyway that I'm streaming because I'm in a cage all the time and like repeating myself, and I can only put on my focal point to so much. I'm not a dumb person, and I don't have to be trapped like this. If I was listened to and my dad was held accountable, and both of the, it's the most insane thing. It's like, who's at the roots? My parents are the ones who had the responsibility. They broke all this shit. They did it, not me. I didn't do it. I didn't have control. I couldn't have done it. I mean, it's like basic stuff. I could like do a billion analogies and examples forever if I just know I have footing and some support. I never had that my whole life. I always felt like I'm going to be attacked and more people are going to pile on me because that small fraction of society that had control. Um, it's so painful to talk about. Like I can't even get into it. That's the most wrong shit. How do you not still like you still don't even give me a chance after all this time? Like all these people were caught. Like there's no ground that my parents can stand on. And then I can't reach anybody that's actually gonna give me any way to like help get the story out and like actually provide support. There never is. And it kind of adds to the question is like, really, who is left in this world? But then again, I go back, my reach is not good, so there's too many damn factors involved. Like there could be still good people left in this world for sure. And then I just don't have any reach. I cannot actually reach those people. I don't, yeah. If people actually saw how I had to live instead of me trying to like explain, they'd also get it. Like they'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like the amount of time. This is like this brief moment, and you guys don't even see crying, screaming, like just tears running down my. I don't know. There's no point. There's no point to even say about it. And then to make me relive it and then repeat the things. All to like, if I continued and I allowed this to go on forever, they would be able to be like, he was always an insane person and he always just talked like this. Meanwhile, this is what you do to a person. If they just do it long enough, they could completely lose their mind. I was talking about that also. It's like, this is why I want everything to be documented and, if not, even just to help other people. Because there's got to be, for all the people that pretend, there are a couple of the real ones like myself out there that get it even worse, because then you got to know it sucks because like you're inundated with like proofs of just how garbage things are and how fake people are, and how the ones that like learned to be fake just keep doing it and they get even worse. And then people actually take responsibility. Like who act there's that's why someone like myself who's actually been able to stay off of different drugs, like that's part of it. That's like the part of like when you know, when you've actually done work for yourself, you take responsibility for your actions. Again, all these things connect. Those types of people don't do that. They stay on drugs and they stay doing the same types of things. They never advance, they never develop. Now, again, there's too many testaments and proofs with this type of stuff, and I never even got to get into it, really. I never even got to get into it because I didn't have any support to talk about it. Still don't right now. Which the lengths and the things I've survived, and no credit for anything. And what the hell are these the neighbors next door? They offered me like a TV one day, and then all of a sudden just got, I don't know. Again, I think it's very suspicious. The realtor lady that blocked me, the other guy that came in to 3 months, I tried to get a washer machine. I've had no way to wash my clothes or sheets. While my dad has known this whole time, and he just allows more time to go. This is the whole thing. He's on record again. He's on record with everything. Like literally, there's how many decades of all this stuff. Not everything, but he's on record. So much stuff. I can't just get some even the slightest bit of justice. Like all I ever wanted was just like basic, basic bare necessities, and they were just torturing me physically and like emotionally in every possible way, and nobody was fucking like getting it. Like the abuses I had, again, whenever I have to, the drug addiction I even had back then got proven to me that it wasn't even that. It was still being stuck around my parents and the different things that I kept saying were happening that weren't being acknowledged. And the feeling that I got being gaslit and never having acknowledgement. And then the things that built up in my body causing chronic pains and all these different things. This stuff is important. That's how all this stuff works. It's interconnected and there's different pains. Oh my God. You know how much